He has been waiting literally his entire life for this very moment, and sources say that a nervous King Charles has made a desperate plea to his warring sons William and Harry to please just put aside their differences, if only just for the coronation. Royal expert Phil Dampierre spoke with Woman's Day magazine, saying, "We know from Harry's book Spare that the king begged his sons not to make his last years a misery, and he will be hoping they can call a truce for the biggest day of his life." According to Mr. Dampierre, Charles will have talked with William and asked him to please be civil with Harry if and when they meet face to face. In public, they will both be on their best behavior when the eyes of the world will be on them, he says. But outside, or in unguarded moments, everyone will be looking at the body language between them, as well as between Catherine and Harry. Apparently, King Charles is so excited to avoid any type of fallout from the ongoing family feud on the day that he has done everything he can to accommodate Harry, in spite of everything that Harry has thrown at the royal family. I'm sure Charles is deeply hurt by some of the things Harry and Meghan have said and done, as is William, according to Phil. But Charles is taking a leaf out of his mother's book and is trying not to pour flames on the oil. And the royal expert is convinced that William is going to grant his father's wish. I think William will bite his lip and play along with a show of unity for the sake of his father, Camilla, and the monarchy in general. But according to Phil, there is no possibility of peace talks between William and Harry during his visit to the UK. He predicts William will avoid any meaningful discussions and make sure he is in the presence of others so that nothing he says is taken out of context. He just doesn't trust Harry anymore, which is tragic when you consider how close they once were. Harry says he wants his family back and supports the monarchy and his country of birth, but so far he has shown it in a funny way. According to Phil, Harry will need to do far more than just turn up for this momentous occasion, starting with a long period of silence from California where his family is concerned. According to Mr. Phil, only then may there be a chance of rebuilding bridges in the future. It's going to be interesting to watch, but even if the two brothers are seen shaking hands and smiling, we all know the rift between them is enormous, according to Phil. It will be very awkward for everyone concerned, and this is without even considering Meghan. Let's just hope that Charles can finally meet his destiny in style without having to worry about the distraction of the fallout. While Mr. Phil Dampierre suggests that King Charles might offer Harry an olive branch by letting him sit in the front row, other reports claim that he will not receive an honor like that. Indeed, Charles's decision will be telling. Either way, according to Phil, William will just be glad when it's over and Harry is safely back in Montecito. In other news, after months of laying low, it looks like the fake Duchess is back. Meghan was never going to stay in hiding in the lead up to the coronation, come on, and Meghan has not wasted a moment making herself headline news. Only last week, Meghan launched a whole new look in a video introducing her friend Misan Harriman's TED Talk. And then the day after that, Meghan and Harry were out at the LA Lakers game putting on a very public display of affection. Meghan playfully rejected his kiss when they appeared on the giant screen for the kiss cam. And friends of Meghan say that she is not one to miss an opportunity to steal the spotlight, especially when all eyes are focused on her in-laws. So even though Meghan may not be attending the event on May 6, she has made it her mission in life to stay relevant and in the public eye before, during, and after the coronation. A well-placed insider reports she's not going to miss out. She's all over Harry right now because she wants him to go to the UK fiercely defending her. And she has plans to post a few snaps online for Archie's birthday, which will steal plenty of coverage from the boring old king's coronation. Anyway, after that bit of depressing news, let me talk about something nicer. King Charles and Queen Camilla have hosted the first garden party of the year today, along with the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Edward and Sophie. The garden was filled with people, and they look to be having a wonderful time. So apparently, rehearsals for the coronation on Saturday have been happening even throughout the night. The excitement is building, and I can say, the last time I was in the UK, even the country was busy planning their menus for the parties and buying some bunting and even more decorations. This coronation truly does bring out the best of the UK, and it is going to be the first coronation for most people. So if anybody tries to say the country is not excited, don't listen to them, everybody is. Now, the rehearsal is during the day, but just look at how many are in the parade. It's amazing. This truly is the event of a lifetime. Even the royals are busy rehearsing because this requires a lot of planning. The Wales family has been there. They've been working on where to be during the parts of the coronation. It all sounds like a lot of fun to me. But on a more serious note, it looks like Harry is planning to fly in for the coronation and leave immediately after. Harry's going to be there, but perhaps they'll find some big pillar to block him out. Although, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that smirk on his face. I know that's not very nice of me, but anyway, back to the real royals. They are so ready for the coronation, and they are ready for the party too. It's a real shame that this problem with Harry is happening at such an important time for his father. That said, whether or not Harry actually shows up and whether or not he can follow the lead of the other royals doesn't really make any difference. Harry cannot whine about security if he just chooses to go his own way without letting anybody know. The most mature course of action for Harry would be to explain exactly what he's planning to do. He needs to follow the arrangements that have been made, and he needs to quietly slip away unnoticed at a later time. Because California is 8 hours behind the UK, he's going to get back to California early evening. He'll make it in time for Archofficial's birthday party. This, of course, is assuming that the facts as we know them are actually correct. Harry is just a petulant little man-child, and he cannot think for himself. I'm sure the late Princess Diana would be horrified if she knew how her son was acting at this important time. Harry is not helping himself at all, if all he wants to do is obey Meghan Markle, who apparently is telling him that he needs to not go to the coronation. If you ask me, King Charles and Harry are both adult men, and Harry is his son, so he should really just grow up and stop being sidelined by that nasty Meghan woman that constantly puts a spanner in the works. Honestly, she needs to go. She's not a royal. She never will be. She never has been. Harry has given up everything for this evil woman who doesn't even like him. And once Meghan's finished with him, she's going to throw him away, and he is going to be so badly broken that he may never recover. That is his future, and that is his karma. It has also been reported that Ravex suggested, among security for global royals and to accommodate Prince William's standing persona non grata order on Meghan and Harry, Harry is going to be kept far away from the entire Wales family. He'll come to the coronation, and he will stand for the official royal family photo, and then he's going to be taken away, accompanied by security personnel so that he can go back to the US. And that way, at least, people can enjoy the concert without having to worry about what Harry's going to do. And you, what do you think about this news? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments section. If you think my video is useful, remember to like and share it with anyone else who would love it anytime you want. And please subscribe.